So some people have been asking me about task number 3. I'm just going to go into there now and show you how to do that with Geometry Sketchpad. So coming back here, I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to click this link so that I have the new graph available to me. What we're going to do is do the graph based on the work that's been given. So I'm going to scroll down to this task, number 3, slope and y-intercept. If you want, you can open this in a new tab, or you can maximize it. Just so I can go back and forth easily, I'm going to open it in a new tab. And then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to leave this part and scroll down to the main part down here where we want to do these different graphs. So I'm going to do one of these with you just to get the idea. So it says plot the following points and then find the slope. Now, of course, this means that you're going to have to remember these points. You may have to come back and forth. So we want to plot these points and then find the slope of them. So I'm going to put those 2 points on. Now, there's different ways to do it. You can put the 2 points on. There's the tool where you can make a line, or you can make a segment. So I think since we've been doing linear relations, I'll do it as a line. So when we go back in here, I'm going to use this tool, and I'm going to pick the line tool. Now I've already forgot my points. So 4 minus 3, and minus 3, 4. So I'm going to do a line. I'm going to start at 4 minus 3. So there's the first point, and see now it does a line. Now I can go back, even though I'm in the middle of this, I can go back here if I forgot the point. The other one's minus 3, 4. So minus 3, 4, and up. Remember to be on the grid spot. Now I've got the line, and this is where we were doing this kind of work before. You want to do line segments now. So we're going to do a segment for the rise and the run. So I'm going to do the rise, so starting at this point, coming down and lining up horizontally with the other point. Now I'm going to do the run, so I'm going to start another one, and I'm going to go over to this point. Now I have my rise and my run. And remember, what we learned was that you can put text in here. If we go to this tool, this one right here, next to that move tool, and it has other items in here as well. I want text, so I'm going to click text, and I want my rise, so I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to move this box over so I can see my rise. And remember, we were doing latex formulas, and advanced will show you what it actually looks like, the preview. So I want to do my rise. Oh, wait, before we do that, remember that there's a measurement tool. And so I'm going to come back here, and while I have this up, I can still do my measurement tool. So remember in here, this is the measurement. So I click that, and I want to do, fortunately I can see it here, my box isn't in the way, distance or length. So I'm going to click that and click on the line that I want the length for. So I want the length for that. And I'm going to do it again for my run. There. So now I have both of them. And notice they happen to be the same. They're both 7 and 7. Now what we have to remember is this is minus. And so when they give length, they don't give you a sign. So maybe it would have been better for me then to put a text box in here. What I can do, while I'm in this one, I don't need to do a latex formula. I'm going to go back here, or just turn that latex formula off, and I'm just going to put a minus there. I'm going to click OK, and see that little minus? So I can drag that around, and I'm going to put that minus next to that number because I know that that's going down. And maybe that was the issue on some of the ones you sent me in that other task we did. because you didn't have the negatives there. So now I have my rise and my run. Now I'm going to use the LaTeX formula. I'm going to go to advanced so I can see the preview. And remember, there's tools in here that I can use. So I want a fraction. So I'm going to click that and go back to preview, A over B, rise over run. Right? Is the run. So the rise is -7 and the run is 7. And I can see my preview there. And now remember we have to reduce. So I'm going to put an equal sign and I can see it in the preview right down here. And so that works out to, on my calculator, -1. And then you can see the preview there. I'm ready to put in my rise and my run. Now I'm just going to, oh, and if I want, I can double click on it to open it back up. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to right click and go to edit, take that back. And I wanted to put my M in there, so I'm going to put it in there. M equals, and click OK. Now I'm going to check back in the question and see, find the slope and identify the y-intercept. So I need to identify the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is where the graph crosses the line. So I'm going to put a point. So see here, that's the point tool right here. And I'm going to mark my y-intercept, so it's where it crosses the y-axis. So that's it right there. I'm going to show the label. And then I'm going to rename it as the y-intercept and click OK.